Even at 31, I love training more than ever, and I've been doing since I was 17. And some people say, oh, it gets boring. And I'm like, no way. Like, you get in tune with yourself. You love yourself. You get a good relationship with yourself. Do you know how exciting it is to use this body? Like, holy shit. It is so fucking fun.
It's one of those things, I think, even more so with the lockdown situation at the moment, with people who have maybe restricted abilities to go and train with where you want to train with your friends. You suddenly realize how much love and appreciation you have for these things. And interestingly, I use something that's called the High Performance Planner. It's like a daily journal. And the first question it says in it is, what are you most looking forward to today? And like every day it's like training. It's like the first thing always put. That's my like.
What's it today, Charlie? Training.
I might just print it out for the entire year, but it's yeah. For me, that's always the thing I look forward to most in the day. Don't tell my wife. And like escape from the world and to just like be in tune with myself and the way I feel, my body, and like as I said, like releasing that energy. So I think, and that's the most difficult thing for a lot of people when they're quite new to fitness, perhaps, is trying to fall in love with that process. But as soon as they do, they'll be married to training for the rest of their life.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I feel for people that aren't willing to give their bodies a chance to not be able to experience their body to its true potential because they're too scared to start. And I remember like when I first started training, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like so random, and we all start somewhere, right? We all have to start somewhere. And I think it's easier to look at people at where they are now. Like even you and I, where we are now, we've spent hundreds of hours, thousands of days in the gym, but we started with never being in a gym before, but so many years ago.
Everyone starts, that's the thing people don't think.
That's it. We all do. You know, and we all grow and change at different paces. But you'll never change without trying. You'll never change if you don't start. And yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate their potential because they're not patient enough. Patience is a part of training and changing our bodies. We have to be patient with ourselves. We have to be patient with our mind. We have good days and we've got character building days, but they all make the puzzle. Right? We can't just have one without the other.
I think an interesting thought process, that massively. Massively. It's like I like to talk about in terms of like people only with training only look at, as you said, people at the top level where they are now. But do you remember, for example, the first time you ever trained? Like I remember the first time I went to the gym when I was probably like 15, 16. I went in probably for like 3 to 4 hours, did like every machine that it and then like went out, and then I went to like KFC of all places and bought like a load of like chicken because I thought
your breast.
Yeah, that's literally what I thought you had to do. So I was like, I look back now and it's comical. But can you remember your first training experience?
I remember like PE at school and like doing the random machines in the gym, but it wasn't till, and it's just so interesting that I remembered all this. And I spoke at this at my seminar. Is like, I remember, so when I got out of hospital, going back a little bit, when I got out of hospital, I was 17. So I was in there for a good year and a bit. And my mum said to my sister, Emma, my sister's older than me. She said, Emma, you're taking your sister out. I don't care if she's underage. She nearly bloody died. Just give her, like, go and experience life. So here I am. I'm like this tiny little thing, like 45 kilos or something. And I go out clubbing with my sister. And I'm walking down the street and one of the bouncers is like, yo, like your legs, like, cause I had muscular legs from gymnastics, but they were just tiny. Yeah. And my calves, he was like, do you train? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I run a lot. And he's like, oh, can I take you to the gym? And I was like, sure. And so he took me to the gym, and I remember being like, he was a full bodybuilder. So I was doing like arms and like full bodybuilder bro split. And I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. Oh my God, this feeling. And then from there, I started doing my PT course. So my first experience with the gym, like with him, was like amazing. It was like a whole new world that I hadn't experienced. And it was just moving my body in a different way. I remember trying to do chin-ups thinking, yeah, I did gymnastics, I can do chin-ups. And I remember being like, oh my God, what happened to me? But I'd lost all my strength from being sick. But that was like the beginning of a whole new phase in my life, you know, because from there I went and got my personal training course and did all that kind of stuff. So, and I swear we just used all the random machines. I was using machines that I'd never touch now. Like I never did bicep curls or anything like that. So it was a really profound experience actually.